Hello, I want to discuss about how I built this bed frame. It's not much about the technique, but it's mostly about the plan and the process. It's going to be very quick. It's a very simple shaker style design. The styles will be the frame legs and then of course rails. It has three basic components: footboard, headboard, and side rails. I used 4x4 for the legs and 2x6 for the headboard and footboard rails, and 1x8 for the side rails of the frame. And I used half-inch plywood for the panels. I cut 4 pieces using 4x4. Two are 20.5 inches long for the footboard, and the other two are 45.25 inches for the headboard. I don't have a wood planer, so I ran all pieces on a wood joiner just to get a smoother surface. They look good, nice and clean. And that's that for the legs. And now let's get to the railing. For railing, I'm gonna use 2x6. So I'm just gonna cut them to an approximate length, a little more than what I need, but then when everything is processed, I'll cut to the exact length. To make the square edge, I'm just cutting a few millimeters. At this point, the width of the 2x6 wood piece is a little over 5 inches. So I'm gonna set the fence at 2.5 inches from the blade. Now I can get two pieces at the same width of 2.5 inches, which I can use as top and bottom rails for the footboard. And I'm gonna repeat the same process for the railings for the headboard. To improve the appearance, I'm gonna use the router with the V-shaped router bit to make the grooves, twin grooves. The next step is to cut a dado groove on both top and bottom rails using a 12 millimeter straight router bit at 10 millimeter depth. I also cut 12 millimeter dado grooves on all legs at 20 millimeter depth. And the next step is to cut the rabbet. The next step is to cut the dado groove on all 4 legs to accommodate the side railings. It's going to be 1 inch deep and 7.5 inches wide. Now I cut the half-inch thick plywood at proper dimensions for the panels. Before you glue the pieces together, check the dry fit and make changes if needed. To improve the joint between the two side railings and headboard and footboard, I'm gonna add 1.25 inch wood piece on both sides of the railing. To make my life a little easier, I mounted latches to secure the joint. One of the YouTubers suggested it, and I used exactly the same. It's a paint and primer, harvest brown color. Then I used 1 coat of this oil-based gel stain. It has an interesting color name. It's Briar Smoke.
The suppression